guys, and welcome to Gru. We're gonna have a very special guest on Gru today, and it's I Islander. Islander's gonna be our guest today on Gru, and they made a song called "It Sting," just like I'm trying to do what Tony Schiavone does, but not doing so well. But yeah, they've been working closely with the icon, the wrestler Sting, and when they come on here, we'll be doing an interview live with Islander. Hey, here we go. Okay. All right, man. Welcome to the show. Thanks for coming on the show tonight.
Dude, thanks so much for having me, bro. I'm sorry that it took us a second to get it going, but I'm glad we did.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. I I wanted to ask you, like, how did your band form, and when did it start?
Um, we got started. Islander, the name and all that stuff came about in 2011. But as far as like being a band, I was in local bands growing up, in Greenville, South Carolina, and stuff like that for years, and just trying to hone skills and figure out, if I wanted to take it seriously or just be a fun local band or whatever. And um, I think through just having fun, we started taking it more seriously. And there's been member changes over the years, like a lot of bands go through in the
Mhm.
beginning and whatnot. But this will be at the end of this year. This will be the 10th year we've been a band, which is kind of weird to me to think of, like it's been a band for a decade. And kind of, I don't know. I learned that the other day when somebody mentioned it, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like it has been a minute. But we still consider ourselves like a newer band because we're always trying to keep it fresh, and
Mhm.
also um, you know we have a good following. We've been on tour with like the biggest rock bands in the world at this point and whatnot. But we always know that like to somebody we are a brand new band to somebody,
Yeah, exactly.
and it's like
Exactly.
I don't ever want to look at it like like I don't even know how to explain it. I just know for me it's fresh every day. So I feel like if it's fresh for me still, and I've been the one in the band the whole time, I imagine for fans it's got to still be really fresh. So
Oh wow, definitely. Nice, nice. Who were some bands that, like, when you were younger, listening to rock music, like, who were some bands that made made you want to do what you're doing now?
um for me personally, not just I can't speak for the whole band, but for
Yeah.
me personally, the band POD is the one that kind of got me into music really heavily. I saw them in like a club before they were like a huge band, and they murdered it, dude. It was crazy. There was like 200 kids just flying off the stage, and there was no barricades and stuff, and they were just like stage diving the whole time. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. And then I saw a band called Ludacris at the time, which later changed their name to Norma Jean. But this is when they had the original singer, which went on to be in a band called The Chariot, and now he's in a band called 68. But I saw them play in this gymnasium at a church, and the singer like went through a basketball goal and was like tackling the drum kit, and it was chaos. And that's the night I remember I went home and I was like, that's what I want to do with my life. I kid you not. Like that's the moment the spark kind of hit where I was like,
Nice.
if I can live my life with that much passion on stage
Yeah.
and share some goodness and positivity in the world every night, that sounds like a pretty good job.
Oh,
So
definitely.
that's kind of what got me going as far as like being in a band. But going back to like influences, as far as growing up, I was into Bad Brains, which we've actually done uh, two songs with HR from Bad Brains,
Nice,
which
nice.
has been really cool for us. And we've gotten to do so much stuff with our heroes, man. It's been nuts. Listened to a lot of Bjork growing
Oh,
up.
nice.
There's a synth pop group called Joy Electric. It's like this really weird electric mono synth. I don't know. It's really cool music, like really weird pop candy style punk music. And also MXPX, Deftones, uh, Dude, all over the place. I mean, there's so many. I could sit here all day and keep naming bands, but I just like a wide variety of music.
Hmm.
And Depeche Mode. Depeche Mode's one of
Oh,
my
nice,
favorites.
nice.
So yeah.
Wow. What?
Zayo. I can't forget Zayo. There's a
Ayo.
metal band called Zayo, and
I've actually heard of them. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, they're amazing. Converge, Dillinger Escape Plan, all those kind of bands. So
Wow. Yeah, you
yeah.
definitely have a lot of bands there. So, what, what band or person who is like your dream to be on the same bill with? Like it could be past or present, like a band or just a person.
Dude, like growing up, like I said, like I always wanted to play with POD, and we've toured with them. I don't even know how many times at this point, like 4 or 5 times.
Wow.
Um, and also, I remember when we first signed our first record deal, they said, "What's your goal?" And I said, I think that if we were on tour supporting Korn, we
Hmm.
would be doing pretty, like we that means we would be doing pretty well for ourselves.
Oh yeah.
So next thing you know, we've done 3 tours with Korn.
Wow, that's
So
awesome.
yeah, like I said, like we've been really blessed. I mean, we've worked extremely hard. We're one of the hardest working bands in the industry. I know we are, and I'm not saying that in like a conceited way or
Yeah.
anything. It's just, we work hard and we know we do. And whenever there's something to enjoy from that work that we put in, we take it. So we've had a lot of really cool things like um, Sting, the wrestler
Oh my
Sting.
God. Yeah, I'm a huge
So
wrestling fan. I was gonna ask you about Sting a little bit
yeah,
later. Yeah.
well, if it's cool if I go into it a little bit, long story short, we were on tour, and I'm a huge Sting fan. We
Same.
we we share the same faith in God and all that kind of stuff. And before I was ever in a band, I saw how he conducted himself just on television and just in interviews and whatnot. And I was like, that's really cool that this guy can, believe something
Mm.
that I find to be true now in my life, because I didn't always find it to be true or whatever. And now, God's changed my life. And I just I was already a huge fan of Sting, growing up in the whole 1997, 1998
Yes.
WCW NWO battle
Oh
that
my
was going on, the
God.
Monday Night Wars, all that stuff.
Yes.
Those were
When
the
Sting
best times in
finally went
wrestling.
Sting finally went into crow mode and battled
Yep.
Hogan and
It
the
was
whole
amazing.
N N NWO, the NWO and Hollywood Hogan against Sting. Like that was crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's like, it's hard to explain to people that didn't watch it happen like live. And it's like
Hmm.
when it was happening, it was crazy. It was the biggest
Yes.
thing in the world at the time.
My
And
God.
and I stayed up every single Monday night to watch that. And I would, I had every single Sting action figure I could find and whatever. But anyways, we were on tour with Papa Roach, and we were staying at some hotel one day, and I just stumbled upon Sting's manager at the time's email address, and I messaged him.
Okay.
I was like, "Hey, like this sounds nerdy, but like I'm a huge fan. Is there any way I could get like an autograph sent to me or something?" I said, "I don't know if famous people or whatever still do stuff like that, but I said I figured it was worth a shot."
Yeah.
So next thing I know, his manager emailed me back and he was like, "Hey, what's your phone number?" And I gave him my phone number, and he called me and he said, "Are you going to be in the Dallas area?" At first he was like, "Can you explain?" And I explained. I was like, "I'm just a huge fan.
Yeah.
He's inspired me a lot. I just really love Sting." And he was like, "Well, how about I just bring him to your show one night if you're in Dallas?" And I was like, "We'll be in Dallas in like 2 days."
Hmm.
So 2 days passed. We were playing a show in Dallas, sold out, just huge show. Well, it was like a smaller venue, but I'm saying like it was still like it was us, Papa Roach, and Seether. It was a packed
Oh
show.
wow.
Yeah, it was.
That's a hell of a bill.
Yeah, it was a good
Wow.
tour, and it was cool, man. Sting came out to the show, gave me his number. We hung out, and, we've kept in contact ever since, and we just became better friends over the years.
Oh my God,
And
so awesome.
yeah, dude, he's a really legit, awesome human being, and very humble, and just everything, all the stories about, hearing about he's a nice guy are true.
Yeah,
And it was cool, man. We asked him if he would be in a video. It was just kind of like we were always joking around about it with him,
mm-hmm.
and it stopped being like a joke, or it was never like a joke, but it was like we were always like, we got to get you in a video sometime. And finally, he was just like, yeah, let's do it. Like, when do you guys want to do it? And
I,
so
I,
um, we linked up last year, and we came up with a treatment, and we shot a video of Sting, man. It was awesome.
that video is so cool. That when I saw that video, I loved it.
Dude,
I
thank
mean,
you.
Sting is in complete costume and makeup, and he's brushing his teeth and
Yeah.
hanging on the beach chair, and
Yeah, it's so awesome. Dude, I see just so for all the listeners that are just listening, I can see in the background you've got a picture with Sting up there, bro.
I do.
You're a fan.
Yeah.
Dude, it's amazing. Is that
Right
Macho
next,
Man I see
yeah,
as
right
well?
next to Sting is Macho Man.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. That is amazing.
They,
Sting does a really good Macho Man impression, by the way.
I
He's done a
know, I
Macho
heard
Man
him do
impression.
it.
It's so awesome.
When my favorite matches were in WCW were actually the matches that Sting and Macho did against each other. Like
Oh, they're so good.
they had some great matches.
Dude, they were so good. I think of Spring Stampede, or I'm pretty sure that's what it was, where they were like going all over the arena, and
Yeah,
Sting was hitting him with like the bales of
with
hay
the
and
hay.
stuff.
Yeah,
It was awesome, dude.
it was crazy. Like Randy wrestled that match with a torn ACL. Like
Really?
he wrestled the entire match with, with his ACL completely damaged, and when he beat Sting for the belt, they made him lose it the following night because he had to get surgery on his knee.
Oh my gosh, dude, I had no idea. That's
Yeah.
crazy. That's awesome. I love little stories like that.
Hmm. Yeah, I love like when I think I lost my voice when I was watching AEW. I had no idea that Sting was coming out.
Oh yeah.
When he came out, I was freaking out. I was screaming on the top of my lungs. Like I was just in shock. Like I no message boards, no one on the internet, no one knew. Like no one even had a clue that he was going to be there that night.
I did. I will
Okay.
say, I'm gonna tell you something. Sting called me about 2 weeks before, or about a week before he debuted, and told me he was
Uh-huh.
going to debut, and asked us if we would write him a theme song. So we wrote him a theme song in like 3 days, and
Nice. Nice.
it didn't get used as a theme song for him because they already kind of had like a vision set in place about kind of doing like Tony Khan kind of wanted to do this like um, winter is coming.
Mm-hmm.
What's
Mm-hmm.
that show? Oh my gosh,
Oh,
Lord
the
of not Lord of the
oh my
Game
God,
of
I'm
Thrones.
blank.
Game of Thrones.
Yes,
He
yes,
kind of wanted
yes.
like to have this Game of Thrones thing, so it didn't work out for that. But Sting and us, we just worked it out to where we did it as an anthem. So we were like, well, that can be a theme song, but ours will be an anthem. So
Nice.
they're saying that there could be in the future. I don't know. We might go perform the song at AEW, or it
So
might get used in a video game or something. So yeah.
yeah.
So because we did a song called "It Sting," so
I know,
yeah,
I listened to
everybody
that.
can find it on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's called "It Sting," and
Hmm.
it was meant to be written as a theme song, but that's our anthem to honor the man called Sting.
It's a really good song.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I love it. It's a really, really good song. It, like, did you watch when Chris Jericho when he had like the live band sing him
Oh
down
yeah,
to the ring?
yeah, that
Like
was awesome.
that could definitely be something you could do. Like, because now
Yeah,
Sting's doing tag matches.
yeah, dude, totally. We're like, believe me, we're trying to get our foot in there with that whole thing. So
Hmm.
Sting's totally behind us with it. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, definitely.
Um,
Nice, nice. Uh, Um, what um what what song do you like playing? Like out of all the songs you do, like what's your best song to play live, and just like what do you think your best song is that you ever made?
Oh man. I couldn't tell you what our best song is that we've ever made. We have so many, but I will say this, the song I'm about to tell you that I like playing live, the recording of it isn't my favorite. I don't really care for the recording of it as much. Um, it it's a good punk rock sounding demo kind of recording. We recorded it early in our career, and it sounds bad by. I mean, it doesn't sound bad by any means, but it's just
Hmm.
it. Just as an artist, I look at it and I'm kind of like, this isn't what I would say we sound like as far as a recording. But the song "Lucky Rabbit," we did it with HR of Bad Brains. It's on our Pains EP.
Okay.
Um, I would say that song live for me, I can't play that song live without feeling it every time. That song is so good live. But I don't have like a favorite Islander song.
Okay.
I
Okay.
love all the songs we've made for one reason or another. And if it's not something that I love, I don't want it to come out. So,
Nice. Nice.
yeah.
Nice. And I read online, and you've you've talked about it, like you and your band is a Chri- Christian rock band, right?
Well, no, I'm personally a Christian,
Okay.
but the way we explain it to people, because not everybody in our band is a Christian, and I don't personally believe um, that it makes sense to be like, oh, we're a Christian band or a non-Christian band. It's kind of like
Hmm.
the best way I can explain it to people is if you go to an Italian restaurant, you want some good spaghetti. You don't
Yeah.
care if it's Christian spaghetti, you don't care if it's atheist spaghetti or whatever. You just want it to taste good. And at the end of the day, we're just trying to make some good spaghetti. I'm not trying to tell people what they're supposed to believe,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
hopefully people see that there's love put into the spaghetti, so to speak, and they can taste it. They can taste that the chef cares about it, and yeah, we're not trying to, you know, be a certain type of band. I feel like
Exactly.
it's goofy to take something as real as Jesus and put it in a rock and roll package and say buy my ticket. Like that's goofy. So
Uh, there's a song I like. I wanted to ask you, like, what what made you think of the song and the lyrics and everything for dark darkness.
oh man, Darkness. That song. Okay, if somebody heard that song on its own, they would totally think that like, man, these guys just trying to be evil or whatever. But it's not like that. So that song in particular is part of an album called Power Under Control. And the album is a concept album which follows a character from darkness to light.
Okay.
And it's kind of a circle because at the end of the record, that person that came to the light is now talking to another person in darkness. So the album restarts and does the whole process over and over again. Um, and that song is me playing the part of a character that you'll meet throughout the entire album that is basically saying with just like that they're into so many evil things or whatever
Mhm.
that it's just more of like a poetic way of saying it. It's not supposed to be taken like Mikey Carvajal, the lead singer of Islander, believes this stuff about himself. That's It's not supposed to be me saying those things. It's supposed to be the character I'm portraying in the song. So
Nice,
that's where that came from.
nice, nice. It it's it's always good to have like a something like the way this world is now with COVID and
Mm-hmm.
everything. It's always good to have something strong and positive.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I feel like, the world, a lot of people, going back to the song that we had Sting in the music video for,
Hmm.
it's
Hmm.
called Crazy, Crazy World. And the song kind of, it was written, first of all, that we wrote that song in 2017 before 2020 ever happened or anything like that.
Oh,
And
wow, really?
yeah, we had been sitting on it for a minute, and it's
Wow.
like it's like those lyrics, because of the everything we've all been going through, they've meant more now than they did when I wrote them. And a lot of people are like, "Oh man, I wish the song was heavier. You guys are a heavy band. You should be heavy." And it's like, you know, the world. I was telling people the world has been so heavy enough on my soul
Tell me
lately.
about it.
I need a chill song, and that's what that was. And we can't go to shows and mosh or do anything right now.
Exactly, exactly.
So it's like I felt like that song should resonate more and be like, look, since we can't do this, here's something that you can just listen to. And yeah, I like to think that, I mean, I know it resonated with a lot of people because it had Sting in it. And I think that's what
Mm-hmm.
pulled a
Mm-hmm.
lot of new fans in. But um, I don't think a lot of them realized that we were a really heavy band, when they first heard that song.
Right, right,
So,
exactly. Yeah, because like I heard that song, the song you just talked about with Sting in it, and then I heard some of your other stuff, and its Sting is actually heavier too.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it is. Um, yeah, and again, we were kind of trying to, like, for its Sting, we were trying to kind of get like a mixture of the charismatic surfer Sting vibe in the song mixed with that dark brooding crow Sting.
Yes.
Um, yeah.
Did you ever see that movie, The Crow?
Oh yeah, dude, that's a
Yeah,
great
I
film.
love I love that movie. I love that
One of my
movie.
favorite scenes is when he's painting his face and The Cure's playing in the
Hmm.
background. I love The Cure, by that's another great band. So yeah,
Man, like I see you're wearing the Sting shirt, the scene where he's
yeah,
in the
dude.
beach chair and laying back and
Yeah, man. I've got the hoodie on right here. So for
oh,
those listening,
nice.
we oh yeah, we got right here. It's like his scorpion and our scorpion, because
Oh, that
our
is
logo's a
awesome.
scorpion too. And
Wow.
dude, thanks so much. So yeah, we got with him and we did an official Islander Sting merch collab. I don't think a lot of people realize it's official. Like, I mean, he approved everything.
Yeah.
This is Sting Islander merch, and it's just for a limited time.
Oh,
So it's only going to be online for just a little bit longer. But this is some of the most comfy merch we've ever had, bro.
and where
Yeah.
can fans buy that at?
There's a website we're going through called Motto Hash, or Motto and Hash, and they can Google just Islander Sting merch collab or Islander Sting tag team collection. That's what we call it, the tag team collection. So
Okay.
if they go on Google and look for that, dude, they can find all this stuff. We got a beanie, we got 2 shirts,
Nice,
this
nice.
this art print that we had done of us playing Nintendo 64 with Sting, and this hoodie. Yeah,
Wow. Wow, I love it. I
thank you.
and and both versions of Sting rock, the Surfer Sting and the Crow Sting and
Oh
the
yeah, dude.
Wolfpack Sting, and then in TNA he did a little skit where he was the Joker Sting.
Yeah, dude. I love every version of him because he can just. It's weird how somebody can have so many versions of themselves,
Hmm.
yet every one of them seems like the same character.
I
It's
know.
like you. I don't know. It's weird.
I mean, I don't like to do this, but WWE they dropped the ball with Sting. Like
They did. They did.
they had a
Let's be
chance.
honest.
I know, like they really had a chance to bring this icon in and build him as an icon that he is, and do the dream match everyone wanted to see with the Undertaker, and yet they put him
Yep.
in there with Hunter at
Yep.
WrestleMania, and they make him job the Hunter.
Yep. Yep. I was at that Mania,
Yeah.
and I was sitting there the whole time thinking, okay, so Sting's wrestling tonight, and
Hmm.
later on, the Undertaker's wrestling tonight.
Yeah.
Who in the world didn't set that match up?
Right. Right.
They're
Exactly.
it's ridiculous.
Fans were calling, like, as soon as Sting showed up on television on WWE, the fans went crazy because they knew that the dream match was going to happen, and
Yep.
they dropped the ball. They had Sting lose to Hunter. Then they had him
Yep.
lose to Seth Rollins. Then Seth Rollins, he injured his neck,
Yep.
and it
Okay.
was
I do want to say one thing though. Everybody always says the only two matches Sting ever had in WWE, he lost. That's not true. Sting had a match against Triple H. He
yeah,
lost.
yeah.
Then he wrestled the Giant or the Big
The
Show,
Big Show, yeah.
and he won by
He
disqualification.
did, he did.
And then in his tag team match where John Cena was his partner,
Yeah,
he won that match by
yeah, because
making
Seth
Seth
Tat.
tap out.
Yeah,
So I always tell people, hey, he won two, he lost two.
he
I'm
won
good.
two, wants to. Yeah, you're right. You're right
Yep.
about that.
Yep. He won two WWE matches.
Yeah, I I really feel that AEW Tony Khan is gonna treat Sting the way he should be treated.
I absolutely agree, and I hope it doesn't go the other way. But as of right now, I 100% believe Tony is going to take care of him. I can already
Oh
see
yeah,
it.
yeah,
I'm
definitely.
really happy for Sting. I'm happy he's in AEW. I love AEW.
So great. I was always
Yeah,
a huge Chris Jericho fan. When he comes out with Judas, like I'm always singing the lyrics.
that's awesome. It's actually funny. The music video we did with Sting,
Hmm.
um, the guy that directed the Judas video
Yeah.
directed the Crazy Crazy World video.
Nice.
So yeah, we
Nice.
have the same
Nice.
director as Jericho.
Oh my God, that's so awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, you might be able to get him to sing it in one of your songs.
Oh, dude, that'd be cool, man. Yeah. Yeah, we've played shows together and stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah.
When you were filming the song with Sting, like did you get to did you and Sting like sit down, talk about faith, and because Sting
Oh
Sting
yeah.
is Sting is a big Christian too.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. We've talked about that a lot.
Hmm.
We talk on the phone a good bit, man. He's actually one of my good friends now. It's not just I always tell people, I'm a huge fan, but I'm his friend too. So I like to call myself a Fran, a friend fan. Um,
Nice, nice.
but and I've always told him too. I said, and I know that he's Sting. I get it, but I always tell him I'm a fan of Sting and I'm friends with Steve.
Yeah, yeah.
Steve Borden's the man Sting. He
Hmm.
portrays the character Sting, and Steve is an amazing person. I love him with all my heart and have all the respect in the world for him. And yeah, we've hung out a lot, dude. He took us one time. He took us to get pancakes at IHOP, and he put me in the Scorpion Deathlock in the parking lot after buying me pancakes.
I could picture someone like a mom and their kids walking out and seeing Sting having you in the Scorpion.
Yeah, but since he wasn't in his outfit and his face paint that day at IHOP, I mean, people probably just thought, "Who's this guy
Yeah, yeah,
wrestling this kid?"
yeah, exactly.
So yeah, dude, I've been in the Scorpion Deathlock. I've been in the Scorpion Death Drop. I I've locked up with him before.
Nice, nice.
Basically, we've had a match. Other than I haven't been Stinger splashed, but other than that, I mean, we're good.
Okay, nice. And then I just saw online you put out a brand new song, right?
Yeah, yeah. We put it out yesterday. It's called The
Mm-hmm.
Outsider,
Mm-hmm.
and we actually the same guy directed the music video for that did the other ones, and it's cool, man. It's this alien girl that comes to Earth, and she discovers that there's a lot of cruel things here, and there's a lot of beauty here, but there's a lot of awful things as well. And she ends up leaving. She leaves and goes back to wherever she came from in her spaceship
Mm-hmm.
because, um, yeah, she just realizes that she's an outsider here, and that's how I feel a lot. I feel like, thrown in this world and kind of, just kind of going against the grain and
That's
or
right.
whether it be feeling different in high school or middle school or whatever when I was a kid, or now feeling outcast in certain ways. That's what I relate to, and I think even going back to wrestling and stuff, I always related to Sting's character because he was a loner. and
Yeah,
he was an outsider.
exactly.
No pun intended for Scott Hall, Kevin Nash
Yeah,
fans, but yeah,
Sting did feud with them a lot.
yeah, he did, and but yeah, it's a cool song, music video. I hope people go listen to it. The Outsider, you can look it up on YouTube or Spotify, Apple Music, anything social media wise. So yeah.
Nice. Is there anything else coming out for you? Like any newer songs other than the one you have out, or maybe even a tour in the near future? Or
Oh man, I as far as like new music, we do have an album we've been working on for a long time. We have tons of songs, and since the pandemic hit, we were kind
hmm
of we kind of had to push the release date back. So there isn't
Okay,
a release date right now, just because things are so weird. You can't go on tour and promote an album. So we're trying to figure out the climate as far as releasing singles instead of the full album, and kind of stretching out the longevity and the life of it a little bit.
gotcha.
And so I don't know when it'll come out as far as the full length, but people can expect songs like every couple months or so, until the album fully drops. So they're still going to get their fill of Islander songs.
Okay,
It just might not be in the same, like, here's 10 songs you'll get tired of in a week. It's going to be more like, here's a song a month or something, you know. Um, but as far as touring, we're just like everybody else. We're waiting to see when we can do that again. We're booking stuff. We have some shows and festivals booked already, and we're just hoping for the best. But we also are being realistic, and we know that they might not happen. So,
yeah, I know it's crazy. It,
yeah,
crazy world, just like your
yep,
song.
crazy, crazy world.
Uh, that's really crazy. You made that in 2017, but it's such
Yeah,
a true song for now.
absolutely. And I feel like, a lot of people have noticed, like, they're like, man, how come all your songs, like, you're just always writing about what's going on right now? And I'm like, dude, a lot of the stuff's been written a long time ago. It's
Hmm
just, I feel like if you write relevant things and talk about relevant things,
Yeah,
they're always going to be relevant. If you're talking about real things like life and death, those things are always going to be here. If you
yeah,
talk
you're
about
right.
love, those things are going to be here. You talk about people being bad to each other, I hope it's not always going to be here. But as a believer in Jesus, I believe it only gets worse till till we're off this earth.
You're
And
right. You're right.
I think that I think that just meeting people where they're at the moment, and just saying, regardless of what's going on in the world, we can choose to love each other regardless of beliefs or whatever. And I hope that that's an example for other people how to live. So
Oh, nice, nice.
yeah.
Um, I'm gonna ask like another two questions and then
Oh yeah.
end it. Like I don't like keeping people long because then they start looking at the watch and saying, "When's this guy gonna shut up?"
Oh, I'm not, dude. I'm kicking it, bro. I'm just talking. Keep me all as long as you want, dude. I'm not even thinking like that, bro.
What kind of things do you like to do for fun when you're not, when you're not doing music
Oh man.
or watching wrestling and Sting?
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so I collect action figures,
Nice.
um, vintage action figures. Sometimes I sell them. A lot of times I buy them, but tons and tons of toys. My man cave. I'm in my like office man cave right now, and I've got there's Masters of the Universe, Star Wars,
Nice.
wrestling figures, Nintendo stuff. I collect anything like that. I've been kind of setting this place up. I know you can't really see it where I'm sitting, but
Hmm
I've kind of been making it into like a small, tiny, like personal movie theater.
hmm
So I got like the subwoofers and the sound bar that shake the floor now for the movies, and I got a popcorn machine, and yeah, dude, I've just been trying ever since the pandemic hit. I'm like, if people are gonna like close down, if I can't leave my house or whatever, I might as well make my space right here for this moment as cool as
hmm
I can, and enjoy it. So I've been trying to just take a second, enjoy being home, hang out with my wife, hang out with my dogs. It's been difficult, I'm not gonna lie,
Well,
because
yeah.
I mean, I'm used to being on the road constantly, so it's been a shift for everybody. Even my dog looks at me sometimes like, "Why are you here all the time?" But it's it's been good too, though. It's been hard and good. So
Okay. Okay. Is is there any hidden talents that you have that fans haven't seen yet or might not know?
I can juggle.
Nice. Nice.
I've
Okay.
never I've never done that on stage because I don't have a reason to really, but I can juggle. So there's a piece of trivia. Mikey can juggle. So and I don't just juggle, like I juggle and then I can kick stuff up with my feet and then like grab it and
Nice.
juggle it too. Like I can juggle, man.
Nice.
I learned in elementary school and I never stopped.
Nice.
Yeah.
And the on 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 its thing, like you, it's great because you probably made, like they say, you made the song before Sting came out. It would have been cool to hear Tony Schiavone screaming before the song starts. It's
Oh,
Sting.
dude, he actually that would have been amazing. He actually, if you go on our Instagram,
Uh-huh.
we're just it's just Islander, but if you go on our Instagram, there's a video of Sting s- speaking about the song. He's sitting there talking about the song, and he goes, "And the name of the song is," and he just
I
hands the
saw
phone to
that.
Tony Schiavone.
I
Yeah, and
saw
he
that.
Tony screams at Sting, and I'm just like, this is insane, dude. So yeah, pretty crazy stuff.
Nice, nice. Okay. Like I said, I don't want to keep you long. So,
Oh, you're good, brother. Keep me, man. First of all, I do have a question for you. Is this is
okay,
also like a horror, like you like
it
horror
is.
kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
We didn't talk about any horror.
Oh, well, I mean, I didn't know if you liked horror or not.
Oh well, I do. I like The Shining.
Okay, okay.
The Shining is I like Stanley Kubrick's style and the way that he hid stuff in the movies and stuff like that. And
Mm-hmm.
just so you know, our album Power Under Control, I told you it's a concept album.
Yeah, exactly.
It's inspired by Stanley Kubrick because we took his idea of hiding hidden messages throughout artwork and tons of other stuff, and we incorporated it through some of the colors and the spellings of things and the way
Oh,
the art's
wow.
drawn. People have not found all of the secrets in that record. So that record is inspired by Kubrick, who did The Shining, and
Wow. I love
yeah. Then
that.
another really good movie that I think is just kind of like a really cool idea for a horror movie, which I
Mm-hmm.
also feel has a good message. And I'm not saying I agree with every single shot or whatever. I'm not trying to get into that right now, but um, It Follows. I really
Oh, I
like It
saw that.
Follows
Yeah.
because I just like the idea of them saying, you know, some decisions you can make in life can follow you for the rest of your
Mm-hmm.
life. They can haunt you. And I don't know. I just feel like kids need to know that.
No, no, true, true. It's very true.
So
Wow, wow. I didn't know you were a horror fan. Like, there's some, like, a couple of my aunts and uncles are Christian, born again Christians,
yeah.
and they holler at me for watching horror movies. So I was like,
Oh, dude.
he probably don't like horror.
No. I believe me, I know how scary the world could be. That's why I'm a Christian. So
Okay.
uh, I I no, I mean again, like I'm not gonna sit there personally and indulge in like the demonic movies and stuff, but
Hmm.
as far as things that make you think and show you kind of a different side, um, and kind of give you that eerie feeling, those things sometimes inspire me. Uh, because they're real emotions and feelings. And I think it's interesting that even music and stuff, like when you turn Halloween on,
Yeah.
just the way the music comes in and stuff, it's like
Yes.
this
Yes.
just sets a mood. It makes you feel uneasy, and I love that music and art and film can do that. I love that.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I think that's really cool, man.
Nice. Nice.
I love art, dude. I love good art.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Wow. Nice, man.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. I'm happy I got to find out the horror films you like
Yeah.
too now.
Yeah, I remember you had mentioned horror, and I'm like, dude, like, okay, here's another one for you. I'm sorry, you're talking about horror. There's a
Hmm.
song on our new album that's going to be coming out. There's a song that we recorded with a producer named Bob Marlette,
Okay.
and across the street from the studio we recorded in, um, the guy that wore the Jason Voorhees
Yeah.
lives across the street. The actor that played him, the one that first wore the mask, the
Oh,
hockey
get
mask.
out.
Yeah. So we
Wow.
never got to see him, but we heard a lot of cool stories about him, and the whole time we were like, dude, Jason Voorhees is in that house, bro. Like, so pretty cool.
Really is
Yeah.
nice. Oh man, that's really awesome.
Yeah,
Nice.
dude. I kept waiting for the horror questions. I was like, where's the
Yeah.
horror?
Yeah, I don't know how Zoom works because I put it in for um 45 minutes, I think it
Oh
was.
yeah, I think it'll
Yeah,
cut
so
off.
like so yeah, that's why like I don't know if it's gonna cut off after 45 because I
Yeah,
just signed up for the unlimited minutes with Zoom, but
gotcha.
when I sent you the request, I was still on like the free plan. Yeah, but
Gotcha.
I just bought the
That's awesome.
unlimited one now.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think it cuts off after 45, but I
Okay,
don't know. I would hate for it to cut off without getting to tell you bye. So
exactly. So, all right. I wanna thank you for coming on. This was really fun. I liked it a lot.
dude, thank you so much for having me, dude. I'm honored. I love doing stuff like this, so I really
Yeah.
can't thank you enough for having me, man.
Sweet. And now that I bought the plan for unlimited minutes, I could bring you back on. We could talk about
Absolutely.
horror.
Absolutely. Let's do it, man.
Okay.
I'll write down a list and we'll talk about them all, man. All the movies and stuff.
Nice. Nice. Okay. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you again for joining. And
Absolutely. Hey, what's your name again, real quick?
oh, Rocky.
Rocky.
Yeah.
That's another one of my favorite movies.
Nice.
Not a horror movie, but one of my favorites. So, dude, I
And
appreciate it, man.
and do you know what's funny? Like my name is Rocky, and I live in Philly and was born in Philly.
What?
Yeah,
Oh my gosh, dude, the irony.
I know.
That's awesome.
I know, right? Exactly.
When you tell people your name's Rocky, or they're like,
Oh yeah,
oh.
they're like sure it is, and then they're like Adrian, and
You're like, my name's really Rocky, man.
yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna punch you.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
All right. Well,
Well,
just wanted to tell you to have a good night, and I'm definitely gonna bring you back on for the horror,
yeah,
and
man.
tell Sting he has a big fan here.
Okay, I'll let him know. I'll let him know Rocky's a big fan, man.
Okay.
All right. Peace,
All right,
brother. Thanks for
bud.
having me.
Have a good night.
You too.